database queries. Sometimes we write where we can write the database queries. Either you can use MySQL shell. So if you are able to see your this phpMyAdmin, there is also one console you can see here, right? Clear, guys? Is there console?
So are you sharing something?
Okay, I stopped. Sorry, guys. So now I have visual. So if you see this console, are you able to see this console?
Yes, sir.
Also, if like the PHP you are typing and go to the terminal, I'm not sure this will work in mine or not. If you type here MySQL, here it's not working. Probably you can try. So basically MySQL was installed where, if I see my path of my map, bin phpMyAdmin, so this is the database. If you are on a JAMP, are able to can you go and see the MySQL there in the JAMP folder?
Yes, sir.
So could you try just writing the MySQL on the CMD?
Sir, only MySQL.
Yeah, only MySQL.
Okay, sir.
What are you getting?
MySQL is not recognized as an internal or external.
So like
Yes, sir.
PHP path given, na, similarly that MySQL path need to be given there. So don't worry about that. I'm just telling you that if that path is correctly set now, so can you anyone share your screen who is ever see the MySQL folder? Share your screen. Who can see, show me the JAMP folder. Anyone can share.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Molly share.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, yes. So show your JAMP folder.
Yes, sir. So this is the XAMPP folder in MySQL here.
So this is the MySQL, and if you click on that bin, go to bin, scroll down, there is somewhere MySQL should be there. You see MySQL application, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you give this path till bin, copy this one, copy, and
Yes.
you can set this in system variable.
Okay. Sir, here in system variables.
System, I think user variables it should also work.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Open new terminal, probably then it will work. Type MySQL.
Access denied for user.
Yes. Basically, type for this user, you are the default user of this system, right? So
Yes, sir.
Jamp is the user, right? So type here MySQL hyphen space then hyphen u space type root 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 space hyphen p enter. Password is blank, just enter. You see something happened.
Yes, sir.
So basically,
Welcome to my
yeah, basically you are in the terminal of your database, right?
Yes, sir.
Here by default, the password when you install the Jamp, the user is root and password is blank,
None.
right?
Blank. Yes, sir.
So once you enter here, you will be able to see the shell of which shell?
Database. MySQL.
Yeah, this is MariaDB basically, MariaDB shell.
Yes, sir. For me, MariaDB. Yes.
Yeah, now you can run any query here, a SQL query, like you want to show the databases. What the command? Show databases.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, type here. Colon, semicolon, probably semicolon needed. Put semicolon, then enter. Put semicolon, enter. So these are some default databases. If you go to the phpMyAdmin, you can see these are the databases there. I think you have already created this registrations users.
Yes, sir. Maybe in some project.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why they are displaying here, right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can see the database. Also, you can use one of the database and sort tables. Use any one of the database. What you have to write? Use space any database.
Yes, sir. Space. Registration. I can try. Registration. And then, sir, I forgot the query.
Colon is needed. Semicolon. Enter. So now once database has been used, you want to show the tables of the database. What is the command? What is the SQL?
Sir, asterisk.
No, sort tables.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Guys, you will all have to read some colon, semicolon. Put the semicolon.
Yes.
There is only one table in this registration table is database is registration itself.
Registration.
You want to show all the records from this table. What is the SQL for that?
So now maybe asterisk.
Select
star.
Yeah, select a star from
Table name.
yes. What is the table name?
Registration.
Yeah. Colon, semicolon. Yeah, enter. You see?
Yes, sir.
So this is the you can say the MySQL or MariaDB shell through which you can run the query directly, right?
Yes, sir.
You should know this one. Similarly, you go to the server on like AWS after some year, 1 year, or after 6 months, you will also interact with some servers. You can go and check the data like this, right? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So you are clear about this MySQL MariaDB shell? How you can access? whoever facing issue in accessing, just put that in environment variable, that MySQL path. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Who has still confusion to understand this? Who has?
Can we, sir?
Who is Bullet Kumar? Yes.
But I have a problem. Can I share my screen share?
Yes, you can share.
Sir, actually, I have already downloaded Jam Windows 8.2. But
Okay.
if I open for install, then installer allowed installation failed due to incomplete corrupt. Means I should again download, sir.
Yes, if this is
Installer?
corrupted, then remove this one and download fresh now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So clear, guys? Now let us move on the next point. So this is how you can access the MySQL cell. Clear?
Yes, sir.
You can also phpMyAdmin. How you can access the phpMyAdmin?
Localhost phpMyAdmin.
Yes, localhost. If you are working with Jam, type localhost, then you will go to dashboard. You can access their phpMyAdmin, or you can type localhost/phpMyAdmin. I've also told you MySQL community version is there where you can go and download them. There is also MySQL Workbench. That also comes with one MySQL server. Workbench give you some what? What Workbench gives?
The interface to write the query.
Exactly, interface to write the query. Like the interface you are giving phpMyAdmin getting here. So it's a web application and Workbench is a app. So if you
Yes,
see
sir.
MySQL Workbench. See? So if you download, you will able to see something like this. Screen will get the work screens like this. You will get the screen like this. You see, you will have, this is the area where you can type your queries, run. You will see the result here. You will see the status here. You can see some different like what are the servers you are connecting. So this is one of the tool to interact with the database using MySQL Workbench. So if you install MySQL server is also installed with this one. So do not get confused. I think for our learning, phpMyAdmin and that command prompt is sufficient. That MySQL shell and phpMyAdmin also sufficient, because if you are in phpMyAdmin, here you see the SQL, right? Here I can write any commands. So databases, right? And I can run. Showing now, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm typing use Laravel. Laravel. This is one of the table. So if I run, I'm using, right? Then show tables. Showing tables of this Laravel database, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is helpful now interface. This is light. It's good to learning for now. So two things for with you. Which one you can use? One is
Command.
yeah, MySQL shell, that MariaDB or MySQL shell, right?
Yes, sir.
Or you could also term the console, MySQL console or MariaDB console, or this PHP MyAdmin.
Yes.
Here this also providing some console. If you see, here also providing the same console. Show data bases. This control enter. You see, write the query.
Yes, sir.
Write the queries. What you have to press? Control plus enter.
Enter.
You see here, control plus enter. So you have three places to run the query. One is that using your CMD. You can go to the MySQL prompt. You can use this phpMyAdmin, or you can use this console of phpMyAdmin. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, so MySQL is a de facto standard database system for websites with huge volumes of both data and individuals like Facebook, Twitter, Wikipedia. All you are using MySQL database. Now, PHP connect to MySQL. So, PHP is a MySQL database using how you can connect. There are two ways to connect the MySQL. One is MySQLi extension. Here I means improved. Previously, when this was not available, there was only MySQL extension, right? But as the time passed, they have some improvement they did. And what extension they have created? The PHP. PHP has created which extension? MySQLi. And there is another extension of PHP which is PDO. The meaning of PDO is PHP data objects. So these two extensions are available. Extension means, what is the meaning of extension? Means these are extensions developed in PHP so that the PHP code will able to, there are various inbuilt functions are there in these extensions so that we can perform different operations on what? Database.
MySQL.
Yeah, MySQL or any database, right?
Yes, sir.
What are the operations can be? You have to create a table, create a database, insert data, select data, delete data, update data, make some join, get data, get records. So for these all types of operations, this extension has some inbuilt functions are created. Right, guys? Clear? So MySQLi extension has also predefined some methods, functions are created which you can use and call the DB, execute some SQL query. PDO has different way to execute and call the functions to interact with the MySQL or database. Clear? So what are the two extensions to connect with the MySQL PHP extension? First is MySQLi and second is PDO. So I'm sharing my experience why you should know that you should not get what else are existing. I don't know this, how that is working. So I'm going to help you all the way so that whatever the way some framework is coming, some framework are using MySQLi, some framework will use the PDO. So you should know both. how both will work while interacting with the database or MySQL. So both MySQLi and PDO have their advantages. The biggest advantage of PDO is PDO can work on 12 different databases. Means if you are using PDO while interacting with database, and suppose that your data has been today is in MySQL, you have used the PDO extension, next day you have migrated all your MySQL data to Oracle, you do not have to rewrite all the queries. Just what you have to do, change the connection only. Got my point, guys?
Yes, sir.
So PDO has bigger advantage than MySQLi. But most of the website do not use, because they have their own complexity. They are not going to do something like that. They are going to overnight change to the PDO. I am developing such that my database will be moved to the PDO. But if you are developing an application such so that in the future you have intuition, the organization thinking that we may have to migrate this database in some other one in some time, what extension you should use? PDO, because there are already some converters. If your database right now, your database in MySQL, there are already some converter which will convert all the data into the Oracle format. All data can be converted into the PostgreSQL. All data can be converted into the MS SQL server. Correct, guys? Clear? Guys, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And MySQLi will only work with what database?
SQL database.
Not SQL database, MySQL database.
MySQL.
There is no such thing SQL database, right? SQL is only the structured query language, so that we write the syntax, select, asterisk. That is the SQL, right?
Yes, sir.
But the database is the
MySQL.
MySQL. Not exactly database. MySQL DBM. You can say DBMS, right? It's a database management system. RDBMS. MySQL is a RDBMS. So if you have to switch your project to use another database, PDO makes the process easy. You only have to change the connection string and few queries. With MySQLi, you will need to rewrite the entire code, queries included. But you have developed your application and use the extension MySQL query, or call all the methods of MySQLi while interacting with different operations, different queries you did, and you have used MySQL query. And after 5 years, you are thinking to migrate your database to Oracle. What you have to do? What you have to do, guys?
Use PDO.
No. If you have used MySQLi and you have written and now it's working fine your website with MySQL server. After some time, you think that my database should be shifted in the Oracle. What you need to do then now?
Rewrite all the queries.
If you have to you have to rewrite everything now, because the queries are little different for the Oracle, right? Because all the RDBMs are there, their style of writing of the queries are little varies. There are little variation, right? So if you have something like someone is telling that you have to take the decision to design a database, and you have to take the decision that what extension I have to use while developing my application. Always think, is there a chance to my website going to migrate on another server? So that is the PDO is the best choice to use. But for learning purpose, MySQLi is the best choice for now. You will learn MySQLi very easily. PDO had little complexity to learn. So for now, we'll take the baby step, like we'll keep learning MySQLi, and parallel we'll see how the same thing will work with the PDO. Right, guys? Clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So both support. If you talk about the prepared statements, this is the some statements we create to insert data into the database, and we prepare first those statements. We'll see in the next slides how that works. So whether this PDO or MySQLi, both support what? Prepared statements, right? And how prepared statements are helpful? They protect your database from SQL injection and are very important for web application security. SQL injection means while someone is entering in name, you are providing input box na to interact by the user to insert some data, so that data go into the database, right?
Yes, sir.
People can try that. Why not I insert some PHP script or JavaScript while sending my name? Who is looking? Who is watching what I'm sending? I'll send some script in this input field that will saved in the DB, and someone will get the data. Some different website will open in your website. You understood what is happening here? Hacking.
Yes, sir.
Or your input box is there, you are writing some SQL query, right? You are sending some SQL query such a way that it will go to the database, it will saved, and someone is retrieved, or while it saving, that SQL query executed, and I have written delete all table. Understood what is happening? If they found
Yes,
some
sir.
way that they can run their own script on your database or your server. So these are some SQL injections if someone is trying to insert some script in your database. So to avoid those, these prepared statements are very helpful, right, guys? So we'll use this prepared statement next slide. We see how it is working. MySQL installation. So this by default you have this one. MySQLi extension is already, when you install the PHP, we'll install the XAMPP. We install the PHP, right? By default PHP is installed with the XAMPP. So this MySQLi extension is also installed parallelly. PDO is also installed, but if you have to install and you have to see, we can go and find the extension you can install. And if you have to read more about this MySQLi, the website is MySQLi.php.net, right? This is the manual. You see, MySQL improved version. You see, different functions they have created now. You see?
Yes, sir.
MySQL close, MySQL change user, set, debug, client info, server info. I need lots of query. Suppose that you have to run a query on the server, right? This is that they have written. I first create a connection, then I'll call this what? Query, right? Query method. This will call, right? So different methods are there. You all guys have to go here and see all the methods by these extensions, what we can do. Some of the methods I have already demonstrated you after the break. I will start on that, but this is the collection of all the methods supported by MySQLi. Clear, guys? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly,
Yes, sir. Yes.
similarly, if you see PDO PHP.net, if I'm search, here is this PHP data object. You see, lots of functions are there now. Lots of functions are there. Like execute, what execute you doing here? You are writing some query, preparing some query, and finally, like prepared statement, this is the prepared statement. Binding some value, and what it's doing? Execute, running the query. So you should know now that there is a function execute under what? PDO. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Some of the example we'll definitely see. So these are MySQLi and PDO manual. Consult these two always. If you want to know what are different offerings by these extensions, right, guys? So
Yes.
let's break and